Hello, everyone, and happy to have you again for this Inspiration Economy Lab project course. We're going to continue about how the Inspiration Lab works through understanding the mapping of the Inspiration Lab. The Inspiration Lab is about deciding first about the type of the problem or the purpose of this Inspiration Lab. And then we should form a type of observation and data collection team. And then we go through a set of examples for the Inspiration Labs and its possibilities. After collecting the observation, through linking the observation with the opportunities within the problem. And then we start talking about the implementation and reflection. Now, usually we talk about stage one. Stage one is about the model definition stage. And this model definition stage, where we get partner agreement, preferably signing, for example, MOU within with an NGO or with again visiting the partner site, okay, through the Inspiration Economy expert, and then assigning the project teams. And usually we take 3 to 5 teams each time, where each team will have 3 to 6 different disciplinary or background members in each team. And we usually focus on socio-economic related issues that would differentiate the organization or the government or the entity or the society or the community, and how much they're going to contribute to the society. And then we start selecting the socio-economic issue, where here we refer to examples of Inspiration Lab table to help you identify similar important issues that that the community can work on. And then we start to collect a field observation and data collection. Through this time, all teams do first brainstorming about the most important socio-economic issue they want to tackle, whether it's about poverty, about women development, about youth development, about children rights, about children development, about again the challenges within the community relevant to, for example, youth migration, family instability, and so on. And then go to the field for data collection. Now, based on this, based on this, we start to go to stage model 2, where this is the stage of implementation, where we start to discuss in detail the observations collected, where each team must discuss with their mentor how they find the opportunities inside the problem before meeting the inspiration expert. Then we identify the opportunities inside the challenges. And this is a process that might take longer time, because sometimes it is not enough to collect the primary data. You need to also to have a secondary data. And here, where is again the opportunities need to be illustrated more and selected to create development with minimal resources, which means that we create development with let's say exploiting the non-financial wealth within the community and the non-financial assets, like the natural asset, the physical asset, the social asset, okay, and so on. And then we go into the detail of starting to linking the opportunities together to build a story among these opportunities, where the inspiration expert and the field expert, they will visit the field. We mean the community member who knows about the problem. They start to visit the site. Okay, and then here we start implementing the opportunities after maybe, for example, redefining the problem or dismantling the problem or restructuring the problem, so that it will be through experiential learning, like trial and error, or learning by exploring, learning by failures, and this might take long time or short time. It depends on the type of the problem. We need to establish inspiration model at this stage where the inspiration formula would be discovered. And we need to sustain the inspiration currency by defining the type of differentiation in the model developed and the solution achieved. Based on that, we can build sustenance and spirit of proactiveness, where we share the inspiration that was developed by the team or the members of the lab. And then we start to put it as a story that can compete to a world-class socioeconomic model where we can publish about it and compete, for a world-class, let's say, award or a story that is have helped to inspire the community. So Inspiration Lab is about actually changing the mindset. The mindset is about requirements. So the mindset, once it is focused in Inspiration Lab, through raising the capacity to change, we can start to see that we can influence without power, which means we can generate a series of lab steps by selected repetitions that affect the logic of the mind and at the same time embraces analogical thinking. And for that, we believe that inspiring the mindset, it would require educational institutions, communities, companies, innovation centers, and co-working spaces. The goal is to create and visualize the environment that sparks the inspiration and fuels the creativity, beside cultivates an atmosphere of exploration and discovery. This type of currency is enhanced by both failure and an appreciation that creates empathetic thinking. So the more we again create an appreciation for the empathetic thinking, we start to see that our mindset will be changing, because it will believe more stronger on the creation of positive change in the socio economy. So a mindset focused on Inspiration Lab actually raise the capacity to change by actually changing or challenging the attitudes, where our attitudes will be adapting more criticism or more accepting failures, and we'll have more degree of openness with the ideas. Our attitude with conflict will be different, so we'll be more resilient, we'll build more hardiness. Degree of willingness to discuss sensitive issues openly will be more higher. The degree to which the society structure facilitates change will be much higher. The degree of willingness to give people autonomy and support them in their action will be much higher. The attitudes to experimentation in the processes and products will be higher, and the attitude to sharing information. So for that, we believe that inspiration is about a level where human capability, human changeability, human capacity, human competency are all integrated together and excited, so that they develop a holistic feeling that integrate the power of the mind, the spirit, the heart, and the physical content together to create a unique experience that is beyond empathetic thinking, beyond innovative thinking, beyond logical or analogical thinking. Therefore, we believe that the concept of Inspiration Lab is about producing a model for the inspiration targeted, marketing the idea of inspiration and its impact, and then sustaining the inspirational outcome with minimal resources or with non-financial resources. So dreamers chart their own module and destiny based on this. The more we visualize things, the more we always going to strive to be the person that we want to be. And this means that we be not afraid to change or challenge anything around us. The main component of Inspiration Lab is about ability to discover. and ability to have hormones of inspiration, ability to accept that failure is good, and that reverse thinking with common sense is actually more acceptable or more encouraged. This will build for us the inspiration sources. So after inspiration spirit, we have the inspiration sources. And this is part of the lab. And this is what the lab is trying to create. After building the inspiration spirit through the lecturing, through the trial and error, we start to explore the inspiration sources. And then we start to establish the inspiration opportunities. These type of links between the spirit, the sources, and the opportunities build what is we call the inspiration lab, and they are the types that we are looking for, so that we can trigger the hormones of inspiration, which is we call them the ITSO, the endorphin, the dopamine, the serotonin, and the oxytocin. These four hormones are very important for the and related to, whether negatively or positively, to inspiration. The endorphin and the dopamine is not, let's say, positively correlated with inspiration. But the serotonin and the oxytocin is actually highly related, positively related to inspiration. So from these, we create models. So the idea of the inspiration lab, once we integrate the spirit, the sources, and the opportunities, we bring the model, a model together that will differentiate the story. So a mindset that is based on inspiration economy, it is about habit changing, about self-initiating, about trusting. It is about growth economy, development economy, and inspiration economy. It's about being dependent, being shifting from being dependent and transitioning and independent to more of being capturing, interdependent, and navigating, to more of discovering, exciting, and engaging. Now, Inspiration Lab core mechanism of activities, it depends on how we first try to discover things, how we try to optimize things, and how we try to sustain our achievements. In discovery, we focus on the human side, on the society side, or the community side, and the organization side. So it's all about human, it's about nature, the word discovery. When we optimize things, here we start to apply results of discovery. We start to generalize the power of discovery, the speed of the model itself. And when we start to sustain, it means we create another level of expectation from the discovery. We create another model, or we start to inspire another model, or we start to make analogy for another problem that we can try to solve, or we inspire other organizations to start similar project to the project we are doing, or we inspire another discipline. So again, discover, optimize, and sustain is a requirement mechanism so that we can have the inspiration lab surviving in a proper way. So discovery is about, again, what we call appreciation and discovery attempts, which is means that we get dissatisfied with the current status, and then we start to create the model, and then we have the process of generalizing and sustaining the impact, which is the last thing. So discovery is a process of change, or a process of transformation through, again, appreciation of powers and discovering the difference and impact between non-discovery approach and discovery approach. Overall, what we are trying to achieve in the Inspiration Lab is to raise the availability, raise the quality, and raise the efficiency, or raise the outcome in general. So the mechanism of the Inspiration Lab unleash the human abilities to reinvent the rules of business and create a radical sustainable change. The connection between employee engagement and the financial or non-financial outcomes not only results, but also they bring more engagement. We create a feel of reality of the ability to deliver simple solutions for complex problems. So that would raise the capacity compared to the raising the demand. And this is what we require for an inspiration lab to be successful. We can create the higher, again, capacity compared to the rising demand through being more available and with minimal resources. Now, this is where, for example, Procter & Gamble and American Express and Google offer programs called Inspiring Leadership to inspire employees and their engagement and to create models that is successful and sustainable. So Inspiration Lab is about self-confidence. It's about profile of ability and experiences. It's about attempts of frequency and efforts. Okay, how many times we attempt to solve a problem, and we try and we try and we try. It's about self-motivation and self-initiation. It's all about, again, the approaches of learning we do, the integrated holistic mindset that we utilize, the perception of task and meaning we try to utilize, and the sources of inspiration. The other core mechanism of Inspiration Lab is about setting business objectives and relevance to the visualization of the essence of the lab. So each lab will have a visualization, what we need, what we are targeting to achieve from this lab. Are we going to eliminate the problem, or we are going to mitigate the problem, okay, or alleviate the problem? Mitigate means you're gonna reduce it, but you're not gonna alleviate it, or again eliminate it. Okay. Now the other thing after this mechanism, which is the visualization and setting the objective, is that we start to choose the dimension and exploration of the opportunities, and then we start to promote and mitigate, and then build the model, and then we start to build the behavioral concept that generalize, again, the model in a proper way. Adjusting these again biases, we will have a targeted outcome that is well calibrated. I think we'll stop here. Thank you very much, and we're looking forward to see you in the next class. Thank you very much.